meaning, reset, and fix for service battery charging system Chevy Cruze car. If you see the service battery charging system light come on, you need to understand what it means and how you can fix on a Chevy Cruze vehicle. In this video, I will be talking about the service battery charging system light, meaning, how to fix the service battery charging system Chevy Cruze, and the time it will take to resolve the service battery charging system issues on a Chevy. So, make sure to watch the video to the end for a full detailed guide. To begin, let's start with what it means when your Chevy car show the service battery charging system light. So, what does it mean when your Chevy indicates a service battery charging system light? Your Chevy will tell you to service your battery charging system. Your car will not run properly if the battery charging system fails. The battery charging system could have a few problems. The alternator may not be working correctly. The alternator is responsible for converting mechanical energy to electrical energy. If it stops working properly, your battery may start losing power. Bad wiring could also be a problem. A bad connection in the wiring can cause the alternator and battery problems. This can lead to all kinds of issues, including dead batteries. Drive belt problems could also be a problem. It won't work properly if the belt connecting the alternator to the engine is damaged or loose. It could also be a problem with your computer system. Your car's computer controls everything. It needs to know how much power your alternator is sending, so it doesn't overcharge or undercharge any other electrical devices. An error could lead to problems, such as charging system failure messages or overcharging. The battery is the last thing that can go wrong. It might not hold a charge if it is damaged or old. You will need to replace it if this happens. Don't ignore the warning sign on your Chevy that it needs to be serviced for its battery charging system. Take your vehicle in for a tune-up to ensure everything is running smoothly. The service battery charging system Chevy must work appropriately for your car to run smoothly. What are major causes of the check battery charging light? Let's find out, but before we proceed, please take a moment to like and share this video. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel for informative videos like this. A more detailed article on this topic will be linked in the description box of this video, so you can read it on our website, if you need further guidance. What causes the check battery charging system light to turn on? There is no one solution to the problem of the check or battery charging system light coming on. Your mechanic will be able to diagnose the problem. Here are the parts that could cause the warning light on your battery or check charger system to go on. 1. Corroded connections and wires. Have the mechanic clean all connections and ensure that the battery clamps are tight and clean. Also, inspect the internal alternator wiring and connections. Have them also check for any fusible links. Repair them if they are damaged. 2. Alternator problems. Often, the problem is in the alternator. Your mechanic should test the voltage coming out of your alternator. Your mechanic will replace the alternator if it is too weak. 3. Problems with your battery. The check charging system / battery light may come on because your battery is weak and needs to be replaced. Take your vehicle to a mechanic to have your battery tested. 4. Problems with the drive belt. Failure of the drive belt can prevent the alternator from performing its task and cause the warning light to turn on. Your mechanic should inspect the condition of your vehicle's drive belt. It may be defective and require replacement. 5. Faulty computer system. Even if your vehicle doesn't have an alternator or battery problem, it could be a problem with the computer. After all other issues have been cleared, take your car to your mechanic for a computer system test. Is it safe to drive with your check or battery charging system light on? It is not safe to keep driving your car if your check charging system or battery light is on, because you could be left stranded. This means that your vehicle may have been affected by a bad battery, alternator, or wiring problem. Before you put your car on the sidelines, Make an appointment with your mechanic as soon as possible, otherwise try to fix it yourself, which I will show you how to do so soon. You should stop driving if your light goes on while driving and immediately turn off your car. A malfunctioning charging system could cause damage to your battery and other components. Towing your vehicle to a mechanic is easy with a tow truck. Can you drive while charging your service battery? This question is not definitive. It will depend on your vehicle and the battery type. However, most people don't recommend charging their service batteries while driving. This is because the battery could experience heat or other problems when it is under strain. It's best to wait until your battery is completely checked before you drive. It is important to get the problem addressed by a professional as soon as possible. A battery charging system issue can cause your car to lose performance or even cause damage. How do I check the charging system in my car? Your car's charging system is responsible for keeping your battery charged. A problem with your charging system can lead to the battery not charging correctly or dying. You can check the charging system of your car by these simple steps. Start by checking the voltage. The battery should be at least 12.65 volts when the car is in use. If the battery's voltage drops below 12.65 volts, it is likely that the charging system is malfunctioning and must be repaired. Check for loose connections or blown fuse in the charging system. If necessary, replace any blown fuse. You can check for loose connections by disconnecting all wires from the respective terminals of each battery and then reconnecting them to verify that they are still functioning properly. You can also test your alternator to make sure it is working properly. The alternator produces electricity, charging the battery and keeping your car running. If the alternator is not working properly, it will stop putting out enough electricity to keep the car running. Press down on them to check if the belts around the alternator pulley have enough tension. You should replace or tighten the belts if there is too much slack. The last thing to do is test your starter motor to check the charging system. When you turn on your car, the starter motor turns and transfers power from the engine to the battery. If the starter motor is not working properly, it will stop supplying power to the engine and battery. These are just a few things you can do to test your car's charging system. And you can also take your car to a mechanic if you have any charging system or battery problems and do not have the skill or patience to try fixing it yourself. They can diagnose the problem and repair it for you. How can I fix my battery charging system warning lamp? A warning light on the charger indicates that something is wrong. It is possible to take the vehicle to a mechanic for them to check, or you can do some troubleshooting on your own. Here are some things you can try to fix service battery charging system Chevy. Inspect the battery cables to ensure they are properly connected and securely fastened. Ensure that the battery is fully charged. Inspect the alternator belt to ensure it is in good shape. You may need to take your car to a mechanic if the light turns on while your car is parked. It is essential to fix your charging system as soon as possible. How to fix the Chevy Cruze's battery charging system. Follow these steps if you don't have the time or patience to solve the problem yourself. Step 1. Make sure the battery is charged. When your service charging system light turns on, the first thing you should do is make sure that the battery is fully charged. You can check the voltage of the battery using a voltmeter. You will need to set it if the voltage drops below 12 volts before proceeding. Step 2. Disconnect the battery. Next, disconnect the battery. You can do this by disconnecting the battery terminal's negative cable. Safety goggles and gloves are recommended as sparks can occur when the cable is disconnected. Step 3. Wait for 30 minutes. You need to wait for 30 minutes after you have removed the battery before proceeding to putting it back. This will allow your system to reset. Step 4. Reconnect the battery. Connect the negative cable to your battery terminal. Safety goggles or gloves are recommended as sparks may occur when the cable is reconnected. Step 5. Get the car started. Next, turn on the car. If the service charging system light comes on again, you will need to take your car for service. If the light turns off, your charging system has been reset successfully, and you will not need to be concerned about it coming back on. How to reset service battery charging system. Usually, to reset service battery charging system will only require you to detach car battery cables and then connect them back as supposed, and this will automatically reset your car service battery charging systems. Yes, I know, it is that simple. I hope this video was helpful to you. You can read the details article on our site with the link in the description box of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more informative videos like this. I will see you in my next video. Also watch my top recommended video on the screen. You can click on any one of the thumbnail you prefer.